I've been thinking about the fear as the cause to why we don't remember.
That's the result of not remembering.
Fear is the result of, okay.
It's not because fear doesn't really exist. It is the result of having separated. That's where fear came into existence, because I suppose in a way we knew it was the wrong thing. And we became frightened because we became victims. We put ourselves in a victim mentality by becoming small and vulnerable. We became vulnerable. As fully superconscious spirit in God, nothing can harm us. All of this is not real stuff, really. Real as it looks to the ego. That's the whole thing. The ego wants to keep this as real.
It's like the ego is in fear to remember, because then it will cease to exist, right? It doesn't
Yes, that's right.
So as you let go of the fear, you start remembering your past lives and accessing the subconscious where all that is stored. And at the same time, you are opening to the future selves and to the superconscious.
Yeah,
So
well,
the fear is the key.
that's the symptom. That's the symptom.
That's the symptom. So
yes.
say again, what is the symptom of that we don't remember? So it's a vicious cycle.
It is. And once we decided not to remember, we couldn't remember, because the mind is so powerful that what it decides to believe in is real to it, and you get all the effects of that. So, just saying, okay, I'm going to forget. Now, remember that the decision to forget was made at a very high level.
Yeah.
When you were really,
yeah,
you were.
It was really invincible.
Yeah, you were invincible, and any minor thought you might have had was going to become. So it was like you closed the door and forgot you didn't have a key.
Yeah.
Like shutting your car door and you damn well forgot your keys inside. I mean, it was almost like that. But fortunately, as Jesus says, you cannot actually really separate from God. And what I can do is to remind you of these things, so gradually you will remember for yourself that this is the truth.
Yeah.
And he talked about there's a lot of things he talked about, but recognizing the truth is cognizing is knowing, right? Recognizing, re-knowing.
Yeah.
Little by little, we remember the truth. And as he teaches us, I mean, we have to have someone who does remember so he can tell us, and then we can remember. So bit by bit, slowly perhaps, but we can bit by bit.
Because no matter what you do, you are moving, you are walking to becoming one with God again. So it doesn't really matter when you get there, because you get there. It's just that some of us are so fed up of this reality we have created for ourselves that we would like to be the ASAP.
Well, ultimately, this is the hardest thing to accept, that it is our own creation. And part of that creation is also boredness and an unwillingness to be responsible for your creation. So whenever you're, let's say, bored or fed up or angry or depressed even, you're basically saying someone else is doing this to me.
Yeah.
It's not my choice. Well, yes, it is your choice because it's
Yes.
happening,
Yeah.
you see? And it is very frustrating because you can't just change it like that, but you can begin to change it and remember that still, and remember.
You have all the tools. You just have to remember that you have the tools. So
Yeah.
you can make a new choice.